Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. Is it over? Is it time to call it over? Well, maybe. What am I referring to? Well, the dip, that is. Is the dip over? Well, it appears to be over, but is it really? Let's talk about what's happening right now, what to expect going forward. Is October still in play? And let's do it. Let's do it. Welcome, 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 guys. So yeah, Bitcoin's a little bit higher than this morning. No, a little bit higher than like this afternoon. We were actually a little bit higher this morning. But we kept sliding down this afternoon. We went, we broke 60,000 like barely, 59,975, and now we have climbed up to 61,000, right? So it looks like the dip is over. I see someone say, Zinc is saying, we won't see 100K this year. Don't lose hope, my friend. Don't lose hope. Things move very, very quickly when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto. Okay? Just like last year, pre-October, Bitcoin was at 20-something thousand. Right? And it also looked like we were never, ever, ever going to break our previous high. And guess what happened? From October last year to March, we went from 28,000 all the way up to 73,000, my friend. So do not give up hope. All right, so where we are right now, yeah, it kind of sucks, but that's because we got a lot of sucky things happening right now. I mean, look at this picture right here of President Biden. And at the port, he's saying he's not going to intervene. So this situation could last longer than expected. So this strike situation here is no good. It's a no-win situation, obviously. Not just for Biden, but his current administration, which includes his VP right now, who is running for president. So it's in their best interest to solve this quickly. And also in the best interest of the nation, because we don't want a prolonged strike, because obviously if goods are not coming in, prices will start going up. And that would be bad. That means inflation readings are going to start going upwards. And guess what? Powell is not going to be able to do those cuts that we want him to do. If he starts seeing inflation readings go upwards due to this, even though it's transitory, he has no choice but to halt the rate cuts, right? We don't want to see that. We want to see the cuts happen, right? So we want to see this. We want to see this get resolved immediately, okay? And everyone, if you look at this, the top headline news that relate to this, port strike fallout, blockbuster weight loss drug supply. The number one thing people are worried about is Ozempic not coming into the country. It's the number one related article, according to CNBC. I just find that funny. Of all the things that people could be worried about not being imported into the U.S., Ozempic is the number one thing. Okay, just thought I should throw that out there. Anyways, so yeah, of course, this is still ongoing, so it's no good. I don't know how long this is going to last. Hopefully, you know, two sides get together and resolve this. And of course, we do have the war still going on. And this is bad for many reasons. Israel, you know, still waiting. Everyone's waiting to see what they're going to do. Now there's talks that they may target Iran's oil infrastructure. And that is why barrels of oil are going up. And again, that's not good. That will raise prices of all goods around the world, not just the U.S. And again, all the countries around the world are trying to cut their rates and they're trying to inject liquidity into their economies. Well, that's going to offset things, right? And not to mention, no one wants a prolonged war. No one wants this to escalate into World War III. So, of course, this is still ongoing. So we got a lot of bad things happening right now. Okay. A lot of downward pressure from these two events. So, yeah. So obviously, we got those things happening, right? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. We've had bad news before. And somehow, Bitcoin just shrugs it off. You know why? Because Bitcoin can't read the news. Bitcoin is not a person. It does not have emotions. It's a network, the most secure decentralized network we have on the planet with a digital currency within. So here's the thing. You know, when Ukraine and Russia, when war first broke out, the first day Bitcoin went down 10%. And then the week afterwards, the next 6 days, Bitcoin went up 27%. Interesting. And this whole Israel-Palestine thing that's been happening too, you know, that's been going on forever. But, you know, back last year, right before Bitcoin started going up in a big way, because last year was also October when Bitcoin started going up, you know, when that conflict broke out, Bitcoin went down 5% the first 4 days. And then what happened afterwards? Went up 12% the following 9 days. Can we see the same thing happen, you know, after this week, after a few days? Are we going to see a major rally upwards, just like all previous October timeframes? Well, let's see. Let's see. I don't have a crystal ball, but based on some of the previous conflicts we have seen before, that's exactly what happened, right? Again, Bitcoin is pure. Can't be distracted from its course, right? All these things that are happening right now, they are simply distractions. Distractions that are causing short-term holders, retail investors, to panic sell. 3 billion of Bitcoin sent to the exchanges and sold at a loss from lettuce hands from the retail investors, right? That is exactly what happened over the last 2 days. You can see total supply held by short-term holders dropped significantly from a few days ago, even though it came up from last week. You know, went up a lot actually the last week of September, and then you could see a drastic fall because of what happened, right? Obviously, external factors caused a lot of people to sell. But you know what didn't happen? It didn't. These factors did not drive away any whales. In fact, we are seeing more and more new whales come into the space. Look at the old whales versus the new whales. The old whales are still there. But look at how much the new whales are climbing, especially in 2024. This year, you could see the new whales now make up, what, a third of the old whales? And guess who they are? The institutions. They are catching up big time, very quickly, right? So this is what I'm saying. You got to look at what the big money, smart money, what they are doing, and they are loading up. While the lettuce hands, the retail investors are panicking, these big boys, what do? They keep on buying and loading up and loading up and loading up and loading up. That's staggering if you look at since 2024, how much more the new whales control versus the old whales. That's staggering, right? How much of that do you think belongs to Larry Fink? A lot of it. A lot of it. Okay? Over the last 10 days, even including the last 2 days, whales have bought 50,000 Bitcoin worth of about $3 billion. That is a whole lot. And most of that probably went to BlackRock. Today, BlackRock is the sole winner, right? It's not the sole winner, but one of the biggest winner. We know that yesterday, every ETF sold except BlackRock. BlackRock bought. What everyone was panic dumping out of their ETFs, BlackRock bought. Today, we do have a small inflow from Fidelity, but we still have massive selling from ARK. We'll see what BlackRock did. But BlackRock continues to load up and load up and load up because that's what Larry Fink does. He understands and he knows this is a long play. This is not a short-term play. This is a long play. BlackRock has big plans for Bitcoin. Probably not good. It's not like I'm saying it's great for Larry Fink to control a large supply of Bitcoin with their ETF. That's not a good thing. Okay. He has greater plans. But in the meantime, it's good to like ride the wave, while he's accumulating. Later on, when Bitcoin's like at $1 million+, he may be able to control the market more than we want him to. But, until that point, we can enjoy the ride. But my point is, BlackRock, Larry Fink, they are buying. MicroSaylor, MicroStrategy is buying. So many other whales are buying, right? You got to pay attention to it. You got to recognize what's happening right now. You got to ignore the short-term volatility. Even though short-term volatility could be nasty, could last a long time, could last months, could last years. But in a grand scheme of things, they are just distractions. Distractions to get you away from attaining life-changing wealth, right? Here's something else that's very, very cool and eye-opening. Look at when gold ETFs were introduced, and really, price of gold didn't really move until a few years later, and that's when it exploded, right? So keep in mind, Bitcoin ETFs has only come out for 9 months. It's not like Bitcoin ETFs have been out for like 9 years. It's only 9 months, and they have accumulated like $50 billion worth of Bitcoin. Imagine another 9 months, another 9 months, another 9 months. Imagine after 4 years, how much they will have. It's just going to be staggering, right? There's just not enough Bitcoin to go around. There really isn't, right? Now, speaking of Uptobers, there's a reason why we call it Uptober. Even though we're starting out Uptober really nasty, but just look at all these other Octobers, 2010, 12, 13, 17, 20. It doesn't even have 2023. Last year, October 1st of 2023, Bitcoin was at $28,000. Do the math. We are more than 100% higher than 1 year ago. And that's when Bitcoin started going up. So even though we're starting out rocky right now, it does not mean we won't end October much higher than when we started, right? So you do not give up. Things move very, very quickly in crypto land. Just like at the beginning, someone's like, we're not going to hit 100,000 this year. You just don't know. We could end October at 80,000, and if we're ending October at 80,000, you don't think in the last 2 months we have a chance to make up that 20,000? It's very, very possible. Do not lose sight of the prize, and that is Bitcoin, right? Last thing, October and halving years. Again, Uptober. There is a reason why October is called Uptober. All right. Outside of Bitcoin, there is one bad news, and that is XRP. I have to actually apologize because this morning I said SEC, I don't believe SEC is going to appeal the ruling against XRP. Because I said, Gary's on his way out. They're not going to do it. And maybe I jinxed it. That's exactly what they're doing. They are appealing their Ripple ruling. and that's why they have tumbled. So I apologize on that. I did not see this. I just don't think this makes any sense. Ripple has been losing. I mean, Ripple has been winning. SEC has been losing and losing and losing. Maybe this is Gary's, farewell to the crypto industry by appealing, and then he's just going to go off in the sunset because it's not his problem anymore. Here's an interesting story for you guys. Only OGs know this. The prior SEC chair, Jay Clayton, who happens to be a consultant in the crypto industry now, Jay Clayton resigned in 2017, I believe. I think it was 2017. And guess what? On his final week, he filed a lawsuit against Ripple. He sued Ripple on 3 different accounts on his final week, and then he left. He's like, he dusted off his hands, like, not my problem anymore, right? Like, who does that? And from 2017 till now, it has been ongoing for forever, right? It took how many years, hundreds of millions for Ripple to resolve this. And now it seems like Gary Gensler is doing the same thing. He's like, I'm going to appeal it, and then I'm out of here. So I feel bad for Ripple. But then again, they have infinite amount of money, so they can handle it. All right, so there's that. What else is there? Christie still offer blockchain-based ownership certificates for photography collection. Okay. So that's like a RWA play, right? Lamborghini joins Animoca brand to launch Fast 4 World. I'm sure that's a RWA play. There's a lot of RWA plays now. Franklin Templeton adds Aptos blockchain to support tokenized money market funds. Yeah, that's a RWA play. So RWA plays plenty use cases, and a lot of brands are looking to get involved. I'm just looking at this picture right here, and it raises a lot of questions that I'm just going to leave at that. All right. It is DCA day. So let me pull up my portfolio here. All right. All time, my portfolio's up 42%. That's not bad. Let's say from a week ago, down about 5%. That's not good from a week ago. Obviously because of the last 2 days. But overall, you know what? DCAing for like, I don't know, 3 years now, still up 43%. That's all you had to do. DCA. All right. Hey, now they added a new column here. Profit percentage realized and unrealized. Okay. Anyways, a lot of green. Sui's been having a fantastic week, and it's still going up, almost $2. So good thing I've loaded up on Sui in here. So they're good. Cardano is still like a major loser here. Polygon still a major loser. I just feel like I need to make some moves here. Cosmos down, major loser. Near Protocol and Jupiter, whenever I see near low, injective, these are winners in my book. So I'm going to have to add a little bit more to these. Even though Bitcoin is down, but Bitcoin makes up for, now it has an average buy. That's awesome too. So over the years, my average buy for Bitcoin DCAing is at 28,000, right? See, that's what happens if you DCA. It's like your average price is pretty low. My average price for Solana is $49 throughout the years. So that's not bad either. Average price for Ethereum, 2,200. It could be better. Yeah. Average price for Cardano, not good. Some of these are just, yeah. Anyways, I think I'm going to add a little bit more. I think I'm going to add into like, I think like near and injective, these two L1s can do very well. Yeah. And I add a little Jupiter. I like Jupiter because of Solana. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a three-way ad here. If I can figure out. They changed this up again. I don't know how to add now. Yeah, I don't know how to add now. They changed this up now. How do I add? Add transaction. Okay. So I said I was going to add near. Man, I don't like the way they did this now. So I'll split it three ways. $33. So that's 7.03. And then I'll add injective. I'll do $33. 1.633. And then I'll add Jupiter. Okay. How do I go back? All right, so this week I added near, injective, and Jupiter. That's it. All right, let's do some Q&A. A good crowd tonight, almost 4,000 people. Probably due to my clickbait title, but it's real. Live life honestly. George, people all around me in my personal life still don't own Bitcoin. We are still so early in the grand scheme of life. Yes. We are very, very early. People, we kind of live in our own bubble. When you hang out with just crypto people or crypto Twitter or whatever, you feel like everyone knows. But honestly, on a grand scheme of things, most people don't know anything about crypto. So it's still very early. Still very early. KJM says, my WRX is fast AF. How fast? Why is Sui pumping? You guys want to know the real reason why Sui is pumping? I kind of know, and it's not a good thing, but I don't know if it's the only reason why. I don't even know where they are anymore. They're quite high. Um, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, about Sui. Yeah, it's like I don't think it's a coincidence. Like a couple weeks ago, before it started going up, I got sent something like, "Hey, you interested in this OTC deal?" And it just happens to be Sui. And normally speaking, when you have these OTC deals that are offered to a lot of KOLs, it generally pumps. Um, and then shortly afterwards, it starts pumping. And then, I see people say, "Oh, why is everyone talking about Sui?" That could be the reason. And then like it's just like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Everyone's talking about it, starts going up, and then more people talk about it. I don't think it's a coincidence. Yeah. And it's quite impressive because the market has been going down and Sui is still going up. So obviously it worked. Cruising, given its inflationary tokenomics, how high can it go? It could still go. Like, again, what happened recently proves it. Like, even with, its inflationary economics and a lot of unlocking happening, when there's people buying, it's just going to continue to go up. Order your kilo. I don't know what that is. My Model Y will smoke that WRX, probably, especially if it's a performance. Yeah, XRP is not doing very well right now. Man, so much for holding above 60 cents. KJM says, George, got it up to 137 on a toll roll before I let off. That sounds pretty impressive. Before, when I had my 95 Mustang 5-liter, when I was in high school or college, one time at on a night road, I took it up about there, like 130, 140, and it got quite scary. The hood started like lifting and stuff. On like normal cars, you should just not go that fast. But like cars that are meant to go fast, hitting 140 is like really nothing. Like my daily driver, my Model X Plaid, like on the highway, sometimes I'm like 80 and I just punch it and I'm like at 130 in like 3 seconds and it feels like it's nothing. It's like it's meant to go fast. But congrats on your WRX. Do you still believe in Elron? Can I buy a Ferrari? Anything could buy a Ferrari, okay? You can make money with anything, really. But really, you increase your chances by holding good crypto and Bitcoin rather than trying to gamble on, a lot of bad things. What car to review this weekend? You know, I'm not getting I'm not borrowing another car for a couple weeks. So I'm not gonna get a new car for like 2 weeks. So I don't know. I might just like walk, do a crypto cruise while walking, or on my bike. That would be stupid. But maybe it'll be interesting. What do you think about stacks? How high do you think the price will go? I think stacks, there's something weird about stacks. Stacks itself is great, but its price movement is like multiple, right? Multiple of Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin moves and then like stacks moves like 3x. Bitcoin goes down, stacks goes down 3x. It's like it moves really weirdly, like a leveraged Bitcoin play, right? And it's just like, it's kind of weird. But it, you know, as for a layer 2, after its Nakamoto upgrade, I think it's going to be fantastic. Yeah, I guess I could do my Tesla in my crypto cruise. It's not that special anymore, but I guess I could do it. Transport asks, I need to buy a new car that'll fit 4 kids. Almost every single car can fit 4 kids. I'm thinking about buying a Sequoia TRD or a Mazda CRX 90 because it's cheaper. What are your thoughts? Those two cars could not be any more different. Sequoia TRD is a massive car and way more expensive than CX90. I don't like any of the new Mazdas, to be honest. The steerings were way too stiff for no reason. You know, I still think a Telluride or the new Honda Pilot, I think you'll like those quite well. But if you really want a monster beast, like a Sequoia TRD, you may want to even think about like a Chevy Tahoe. Like a Tahoe is like a really nice, like especially the higher end ones, the AT4 or something. They are super nice, super nice. I would get a Tahoe over a Sequoia. They're just nicer. They're nicer cars. But I would not get a Mazda CX90. All right. I gotta take off. Bitcoin holders, it's over. It's over. In terms of the dip, that is. It does look like we have stabilized. We are heading upwards. Tomorrow is another day. Today was a so-so day. Little scary. But overall, we're getting through it. And tomorrow's another day. Even though we got a lot of bad things happening, there's still a lot of great things happening with Bitcoin. You don't want to give up on it. And October is still here. So stay strong, my friends. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time as usual, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Have a good one. Take care. And for those of you guys that are worried about this, I got something to show you.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.